Hey everyone, welcome to group break number 340. Today we have a nice little hobby mixer. We've got 2020 Series 2, 2021-22 Series 2, and 22-23 Series 1 with a hobby box of 2020-2021 Premier to cap things off here. So hopefully and literally, be nice to end on a Kaprizov hit. But anyways, 3 times on the names, 3 times on the teams, and Seattle is a random, so we'll do 3 times on the names again. Here we go. Good luck, everyone, and Happy New Year. And we've had technically one New Year break um since it's been the New Year. That was the CHL break, and it was smaller. So here we go. 3 times. Once, twice, third time. Charles on top, Jason on the bottom again. Seen a few first time people breaking with us, so thank you very much. Again, hopefully you enjoy it. As per usual, I hope we hit something nice for everyone. It's not always the case, but here we go. 3 times on the names. Once, twice, third time. But one day I'd just love if there's a break that like every single person got something absolutely insane, because that'd be a fun break. And 3 times on the names again to see who gets the Seattle Kraken. They're a fun little free team in this. You have obviously the Beniers upside in Series 1, so once, twice, again, whoever's on top gets it. Charles, there you go. All right. Here we go. All right. Charles Alexander with the New York Islanders. And again, just as like a note, as always, if you want like a preferred name in your for your break listing, leave it in the notes when you purchase, or email us or contact us, just so we can make sure we're getting the name that you want displayed as well. So Graham with the Calgary Flames, Brandon with the Rangers, Eric with the Leafs, Raymond with the Buffalo Sabres, Charles Alexander with the Colorado Avalanche, Hong, you've got the Sharks, Dennis with the Montreal Canadiens, Brandon with the Ottawa Senators, Jason with the Tampa Bay Lightning, Rajveer with the Vegas Golden Knights, Marco, you've got the Nashville Predators, Mitchell with the Jets, Dennis, you've got the Minnesota Wild, Riley with the Philadelphia Flyers, Jean-Francois with the Pittsburgh Penguins, Robert with the Blue Jackets, Jean-Francois Caillou, hopefully hopefully I'm pronouncing that right, but with the Florida Panthers, Kevin Bruce with the Carolina Hurricanes, Marshall, you've got the Boston Bruins, Raymond with the Washington Capitals, Emil with the St. Louis Blues, Brian with the LA Kings, Robert with the Detroit Red Wings, Chris with the Dallas Stars, Charles Alexander with Chicago, Kevin, you've got the Canucks, Emil with the Devils, Bill with the Ducks, Robert with the Oilers, Jason with the Coyotes, and Charles Alexander with the Kraken. All right, there are your teams, and still ironing out the new team viewer. It's been me a little bit of trouble here and there, but this one is like when something works, it's so hard to move. Like it's just like I don't want to move on from this. I know it's working and like it doesn't look horrible, but I'll make things look a little nicer on the streams moving forward. So, all right, team view, team view, team view. There we go. Yeah, I think we'll start with. I don't know what to. Honestly, these are all pretty like quote unquote balanced series one, series twos. I mean, you've got Kaprizov, Stutzla, Keandre Miller, some other players. You've got, I mean, this is personal bias, but I like this the best for young guns. And like you've got Beniers, Power, Jack Quinn, Rossi, Boldy. So I think what we'll do is we'll start series two, go across, and then go back, and then end on Premier. That seems like a good plan at least. So, all right, I'll get this box ready. If anyone wants to trade, then we can do those. But here we go. Again, there are 6 spots left. I know it says 7 on the site. I just haven't gone in to update that. But there are 7 spots left on the site. They have. Do they have a young gun? I think they might have technically Yellison. Yellison in Series 2. But yeah, they're definitely not. They're not the best team, but hopefully, you know. Is it? I think it's Yellowson in Series 2. I'm not going to check it. We're going to be surprised when it pops out. There's six spots left in the Skybox Metal Universe Champions random pack. Essentially, you just get a random pack, and we'll just open it. We'll open them up kind of on stream, and everything will ship from it. Go. So 6 spots left in that. I'll drop a link to that as well right now. So once that break fills, it will happen. There we go. All right, now we're good to get started. But yeah, I think you've got like Yellowson and Zagadulin. Zagadulin will be like OPG stuff. He's the goalie. But yeah, not great. Oh no, and then you have I think you've got Ruzicka, right? I think Ruzicka's Series 2. Is it Ruzicka or Phillips? Might be both. $5.90 on the box number, not that it matters because it's out of the timeline, but it might be both actually in there. All right, here we go. I mean, hey, I like Ruzicka and Phillips as players. Phillips is just gonna have to get. He's gonna need someone to take a chance on him because he is not 5'11" or above. Unfortunately, like that's literally the only reason he honestly hasn't gotten NHL action is because he is smaller. I mean, he's got the one game, but even then, that was like the garbage time Canucks Flames in the bubble while the playoffs were happening. That was a weird time. Not even in a bubble, but it was just like these games with literally no meaning being played for the sake of being played during the playoffs too. It was weird. They had their little like consolation series. Oh, I think it technically affected draft stocks a little bit. All right, here we go. Starting off, Höglander for the Canucks on the Young Guns. Again, I like Höglander. I've got lots of time in the world for him. So I think he can turn it around. Broberg for the Oilers. Mikolo for the Blues. Mikolo. 6, 7, 8. Mantha for the Red Wings. Byram for the Avs. Onger for the Stars on the rookie portraits. Oh, we have an autograph. Danton Heinen for the Anaheim Ducks on the Signature Sensations Easter egg. Yeah, I think that's Bill, right? Yes. Nice little Heinen. Again, not worth a ton, but hey, it's an autograph out of Series 1, Series 2. Always worth highlighting because they are super rare. I'm just going to make sure that there wasn't like a French or something. Sometimes they sneak those in. Nope. Cool stuff. Igor for the Devils. I actually think he's a sleeve and top load young gun. I haven't checked his price in a little bit, but he's been solid as well. Just like one of those consistently solid players, and those are good. I think we got our canvas dazzlers. Yep, Fowler for the Ducks, Tavares for the Leafs. Not bad. Legason for the Oilers on the Young Guns. Geeky for the Hurricanes on the portraits. And rounding off the box, Kershaw for Chicago on the marquee rookie. So we still have a French. And that's technically it that's guaranteed left. So we've hit our Dazzler's canvas. So we'll have our Portraits French pack. It's amazing, like, how much of this is just, like, ingrained in my head from opening it up so many times. Nice to get a, like, clear-cut Young Gun or something like that. Oh, I think I see a clear-cut, and it's just a base. But hey, the right clear-cut exclusives base. Wouldn't say no. Wouldn't say no. Here we go. The tune-off for the Sharks. Retro of Zamula for the Flyers. Again, as per usual, when you're opening up Series 2 Hobby, always check the back of your Retro OPGs because there can be blank backs and they're very rare. So, Powers for the Avs. Just a general PSA. You know, some people always, like, whenever we pull one, it's always like, oh, that's really cool. A bank for the Sharks. And they are extremely rare. So, like, print run of, like, 10 or less. McKinnon for the Avs, at least, like, what it used to be. McNiven for the Habs on the rookie portraits. Clear cut of LeBanc for the Sharks. So Sharks getting on the board a little bit with the clear cut and the Young Guns. Gage Quinney for Vegas on the Young Guns. And Aaron for the Rangers on the portraits, or sorry, canvas. Wrong set there. Jordan Gross for the Yotes. Young Guns. Portraits of Michael DiPietro for the Canucks and Carl Hagelin on the French for the Capitals. Running off the box, Yo Levy for the Canucks. Not the, like, it's one of those weird boxes where it's like, cool, you got an autograph, it's not really worth a ton, but they look cool and they're really rare. The Sharon Govich is nice. I think Hoglander will turn into someone, but he isn't there yet. So it's one of those boxes that you're just like, it was a box. Let's bring this forward. In behind it. Here we go. Series 2 time. Getting a nice glare. Let's do that. There we go. $540 on the box numbers. Yeah, hopefully everyone had a good holiday season. Mine was pretty solid. Got to see lots of family. It was definitely busy. Weather was kind of wild. It was like weird because within like a few days, it's like, wow, all this snow and ice is just gone. Snow got a bad rap this Christmas around here. All right, we got a Young Guns or Young Guns canvas. Be nice to get an exclusives or something, but not a guarantee. A clear cut Young, like getting a clear cut Young Gun in half a case. Oh yeah, the weather was just bad throughout kind of like all of North America. It was just cold everywhere. All right, here we go. Second box. Lundqvist for the Rangers. OPG rookie. Suter for the Stars on the retro. Unique for the Yotes. The Yotes are just going to get quantity this break, probably. Drysdale on the Superstar Honor Rolls for the Ducks. Young Gun Canvas. Matthias Samuelson for the Sabres. Honestly, when we first opened up the product, not that great of a pull. Now, probably better. He will probably never sell super well, but really steady defenseman. Lucas Raymond on the OPG rookie. He's been having a bit of a down year compared to what I expected. Lundell for the Panthers on the Young Guns. That one's not bad. But yeah, the Buffalo Sabres I think are legit. Like, and I think I said this early on in the breaks, but I really like that team and they're fun to watch. And if they make some moves, back end for the Bruins, you know, there's a chance that they could do something this year. Fairbrûlé for the Bolts. Like, I don't think they're gonna win more than 1 or 2 rounds in the playoffs, but Lashinsky for the Flyers, because I mean, good luck if you just sneak in. Elinen on the red for the Habs, and Duhaime for the Wild on the Young Guns. Like, the Atlantic is just brutal. Hauser for the Sabres. Like, look at that Atlanta division, and it's essentially like, I think it's something stupid like an 80 or 90% chance of the Leafs playing the Lightning in round 1, and those are 2 of the top 5 NHL teams. Like, people will meme about and like joke about Toronto's playoff success because like it is kind of at a certain point you're just like, wow, they just can't get it done. But that division is, I tell you, one of the worst to be in. Because in the playoffs, no matter what, you're always going to have to go through like 2 of the top. Yeah, same with Boston. Yeah, like you're always going to have to go through 2 of the top 5 teams in the league to get to the conference finals. Like, that division is the biggest argument as to why they need to change the playoff structure, especially with how Montreal is trending, because like Montreal's still rebuilding. They have a half decent team now. Like, obviously they're not doing great, but if they get a goaltender and some defensive help, which again in a couple of years is foreseeable, they're gonna be solid. Buffalo's gonna be good. Boston will probably take a step back. Tampa Bay's Tampa Bay. They'll figure things out. Like, Toronto's probably still going to be good and relevant, much to the dismay of many people. It's going to be a really, really tough conference. Canvas Black of Blackwood for the Devils. So, Dazzlers of McTavish for the Ducks. He had a good game recently. Rosvedov for the Yotes on the Young Guns. Peterson for the Sharks on the rookie portraits. He did good with the Canucks for a little bit. Marchessault for Vegas. But yeah, I'd like to see them go back to the 1 through 8 format. Bobrovsky for the Panthers. I mean, the Panthers are a team that you just don't know what they're going to do. Jost for the Avs, because they should be doing better than what they are, but I don't know. There we go. Lucas Raymond for the Red Wings on the Young Guns. Nice one there. Fairly clean. Okposo for the Sabres. Parisi for the Islanders. 1v16 would be nuts. Pinto for the Senators. I don't think, yeah, he's not a short print. Another player who's playing pretty well, though. And Grew for the Ducks. Decent box. Yeah, 1v16 is kind of wild. The most chaotic playoff format, and one that I would like to see, is the choose your opponent one. Could you imagine that? Like, the number 1 seed gets to choose who they go up against. That one would be, I think that would be very, very, very cool. 616 on the box numbers. Like, and if the NHL wants to get rivalries to happen, that'd be a way to get rivalries to happen. Oh, exactly. And I think that'd be like part of it. You know, you want that. It's good marketing material, right? Like, could you imagine if a one seed just like, we're gonna take the Leafs because they can't win in the playoffs? That's gonna be bulletin board material either way. And I am here for that. So it'd probably end up being very close to like 1v8 or 1v16 depending on how you do it, because I mean, even doing that 1v8 would be intense, but and if it ends up that way, it ends up that way. But you might get a spicy pick here or there, and you might get a team being like, hey, stylistically, like, for example, for whatever reason, whenever the Canucks play the Avalanche, they just seem to have a good game. So, like, if the Avs were the 1 seed and the Canucks were the 8th seed, I don't think you're taking... I don't know if they'd fully take the Canucks there. I mean, personally, I still would, but... Lindholm on the center of attention gold for the Flames. Lundqvist on the debut dates for the Rangers. Jamie Benn for the Stars on the Dazzlers. Korzak for Vegas on the Young Guns. Nelson for the Islanders. Oh, sorry. And Krebs for the Sabres. I nearly missed that. To be fair, that would have been really easy to miss because you don't get 2 hits in a single pack, but... okay, Sillinger for the Blue Jackets. Let me go back through. Make sure I'm not missing anything, because that just... Whenever I see something like that, it's always one of those just like, did I miss something? Okay, cool. And then this was that last pack. Yep. All right. Rantanen, he has been a savior for the Avs this year. Boldy, there we go. There's one of the good ones for the Wild. This is why I like a mixer like this, when you have, the one high-end box and some Series 1, Series 2, is that, like, there's some steady teams that just, they'll get good cards along the way, and it's just, value-wise, it's a lot more of a fun break, I think. Bjorkstrand for the Blue Jackets. Dougie Hamilton for the Devils. Kale McCarr for the Avs. And Fix Polanski for the Blue Jackets. All right. Yeah, what playoff formats would you like to see? I mean, I know some people want to see the strictly divisional ones, and like, had a conversation with someone about it because they wanted to see more Edmonton, Calgary, and that it was a shame that like the last one was in the 90s. But then when you looked at it, it's like they were only in the playoffs together for 3 times over that span. I think it was like 3 times, yeah. And 2 of those times, if Calgary won their matchups, they would have met in the playoffs. So it's almost just like, well, if the teams just won, they would have met, but they didn't. So, and like, yeah. See, I don't know if divisional playoffs actually builds rivalries. I think, when you think of the last decade, 2 decades in hockey, the best rivalries have been, like Chicago, Vancouver. I mean, Vancouver, like, honestly, Vancouver, Boston they played 1 playoff series, and that was intense. Bouchard for the Oilers. I think it's good teams playing under like very extreme circumstances, like pressure circumstances, creates the rivalries. Stamkos for the Lightning, because that's how you get the intensity in, right? Hodgson for the Flyers. You need the games to be intense. Kopitar for the Kings, and but very, very competitive. Podkolzin for the Canucks. So, that's my thought. Bobby Brink for the Flyers. Obviously, you can get teams to match up more through divisionals, but what you start missing out on is you start getting last year's playoffs, for example, where there's some really lopsided things. Canvas Black of Granlund for the Predators, and there's good teams getting eliminated earlier. Perunovich for the Blues, and I think it actually leads to lower later round matchups and less storylines. I mean, one of the best rivalries would have been 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 French variation of Reeves for the Rangers. One of the best rivalries of the past 30 years is Detroit Colorado. Moverare for the Kings, and that was non-divisional playoffs. It's just because they were both really good teams. Dahlin for the Sharks, Eriksson for the Wild, and those were battles, right? It was full on best on best, and each team knew that they were going to have to beat each other in later rounds to really get there. Yeah. And I think you'll get less of that now with the with hockey becoming less fighting and like physical based. I wouldn't say less fighting, I guess would be the proper phrase. More disciplined, less enforcery. You're not going to get as many incidences, which is good. 87-27. It's good from a player health standpoint. So I don't think you're going to be able to force rivalries to happen like you did in the old days, where if you go up against the same guy 20 times and you've got two of the league's bigger enforcers, there's going to be some dirty hits, and that's why there's going to be some aggression and stuff. That's where the intensity will come through. But that's my take. I'd like to see it go back to 1v8 at the least, because I have a tough, personally speaking, I have a tough time tuning into the playoffs after round, really after almost round 1. Because it's just not, it doesn't end up being best on best. It doesn't, the matchups don't get progressively more intense like they normally would, because there's normally a couple divisions that end up with a top 5 team eliminated in round 1 or round 2. And yeah. It's for me, I like seeing best on best. Oh, population count of Pettersson for the Canucks. Pretty spicy pack. Nope, just Galvis behind. Well, Pettersson to 1,000 for the Canucks. That's not bad. I like these cards. Yeah, it's one of those just I get people wanting that way. Galvis for the Chicago Blackhawks. I get people wanting the playoffs back to that. Ooh, clear cut. Oh, let's go. Free team, Seattle Kraken. Matty Beniers, clear cut, young gun. First time. Charles, welcome. Welcome to the breaks. Free team. Let's go. I said if we got one clear cut, be a good break. Oh, we just got, that's a really bad top loader. Hang on, let me get a nicer top loader. One's a really, look at how scuffed up that top loader is in the top. Yeah, that's gonna be probably hit of the break. Yeah, that one's really bad too. Looks like there were a couple bad ones. There we go. Matty Beniers, clear cut, young guns. That's pretty nice. That is pretty nice. Well, I mean, I'm just calling it right now. Like, if something beats that for hit of the break, congrats. Swayman for the Bruins on the debut dates. Like, what would we need to beat that for the breaks? Like a printing plate 1/1 of a good young gun? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Print variation of Coil for the Bruins. Obviously, like a good rookie patch auto, but Harris for the Habs. A little bit of a soft bottom left corner on that one. Marchessault for Vegas. Like, I don't know if we're going to be able to beat that. Especially long term. Bunting for the Leafs on the rookie retrospective. Makar for the Avs. McLaughlin for the Bruins. I mean, this is a pretty nice box. Tage Thompson for the Sabres. Dobson for the Islanders. Perreault for the Ducks. So, hey, everyone had a shot at that Beniers, like literally in multiple ways. It's so weird because it's like there's such a good team, like such a like high end hit potential in Series 1. It's like, you almost want to make like a different team the free team, but they have nothing in the other products, so it's like it's gotta be them. But I think that adds to it too, because like you could have a bad team and get the really good team, or like get the Kraken and get something insane. You could have a really good team and get the Kraken. I mean, I would say 2 years ago or 3 years ago, yeah. Last year it's like, okay, they're not that great. You're gonna have hit potential there. But yeah, I love Beniers. Between him and Power, I would have gone with him first overall. He's a very, very, very good hockey player. So, but yeah, it's pretty crazy that like, their path compared to Vegas is totally different. Johansson for the Predators. Panarin for the Rangers, but like I think a lot of people don't understand just how good he is yet. So Spence for the Kings, another good, like above average young gun. The Brinket for Chicago. Burns for the Sharks. Like he's got the potential to be one of the best. Fox for the Rangers, like one of the best two-way centers of his generation, which is pretty good. Patchell for Vegas. Lucas Raymond on the debut dates gold for the Red Wings. Spencer Knight for the Panthers on the rookie retrospective. Quinn Hughes for the Canucks on the Dazzlers. Dostal for the Ducks on the Young Guns. Again, showed up pretty well in his games that he's played. And Natchez for the Hurricanes. Well, that was a good box. I mean, good luck beating that. Good luck. If we beat this, I'd be through the roof. But yeah, this is why I like these style of breaks, because like Series 1, Series 2 pump out value, and every once in a while they pump out that really big hit. So okay, we're technically short a pack, but typically when that happens in this, you get a double hit. So 8745. Let's make sure we get all of our core stuff, because if we don't, then yeah. All right, here we go. few more packs to go. What would top that? Exclusives, like a good exclusives young gun would top it. Obviously, like I think an average high gloss young guns would top it. A clear cut exclusives young gun of a good player. Lots of potential. There, well, not there's potential, but not. I said lots, but realistically, there's not a ton of potential. It's just, hey, there's the Flames young gun, Rosichka. Pretty good one too. I like his game. He's done pretty well for them. Dubois for the Jets. Decision for Vegas. Decision for Vegas. Novak for the Predators. Zuccarello for the Wild. And we're keeping an eye out for a double hit pack. Oh yeah, he is a extremely good hockey player. Willman for the Flyers. Very good two-way player, like very responsible. Neighbors for the Blues. Kopitar for the Kings, like always in on the forecheck, like just your prototypical really good hockey player. Fleury for Chicago. He doesn't do one thing particularly well. Lundqvist for the Rangers. And there's our double hit. Kane for Chicago on the base variation. Like he doesn't do one thing particularly insanely well, but he does a bunch of things really, really good. And like, I mean, I guess like his skating's good, his reads are good. Okay, he does a lot of things really good. You know what I mean? Like, it's not that there's one single thing that stands out about him. Like, you can't point to and be like, hey, it's his shot, or it's his skating, or it's his like stick handling. It's he can do it all and so consistently. It's like wow, he's just a really good hockey player. It's kind of like he's similar to Patrice Bergeron in my like. Obviously, that's a really high bar, and like don't want to compare him to him, but like a similar thing where none of like the exact individual stuff outside of face-offs, I guess, for Bergeron, like stand out per se if you're watching the game, but it's like he just does everything really well. And again, like that's a high bar to hit, but there's a chance he hits that, which is crazy. Oh, good luck for doing it for as long as Patrice Bergeron has. Because that man is arguably had his best year at like age 36, 37, which is wild. So we did get the regular 2 hits that we should have. So cider for the Red Wings, so no bonus pack. Jersey card of Cam York for the Flyers. Vasilevsky for the Bolts. Chinnikov for the Blue Jackets. Rutsalainen for the Sabres on the portraits. Retired canvas, Gordie Howe for the Carolina Hurricanes. Oh, sleeve and top load that up. And Hartford Whalers became the Hurricanes, so cards follow the franchise. Yeah, the Hurricanes. Bet you weren't expecting a nice little Gordie Howe card today. Heelan in for the Habs. Gadjevich for the Sharks. Veal for the Sharks. Patterson for the Stars. Lundell for the Panthers. And Burns for the Sharks. Like, okay box, nothing. Who's our good young gun, really? How many did we get? 2, 3, 4, 5. We got 6. Yeah, we just honestly we were missing a good young gun there. Like I like Nils Lundqvist, but not compared to like what the crops normally are in that. So, all right, here we go. Last box before dessert, I guess, essentially, because I mean the main course was nice. Yeah, the Gordie Howe card's so cool. I just wish it was they worked out the canvas printing in 1-1. Because like my only real complaint with Series 2 from last year is the canvas cards don't look as great. Because there's just like some print bleeding and stuff, but they fix those for extended, so. But it still looks like really cool. There's like some pros to it because it gives it that old school feel. Like it does make it feel like an older card, it's just it's modern, so. But hey, it was a new printing company and it was their first time, so gotta give a little bit of slack. Pack stuck together. All right, what would we need to top it from Series 2? I guess like Kaprizov or Stützle exclusives or clear cut. And even then, I think it'd just be Kaprizov on that. Sorokin is... I think Sorokin could work his way up there. I am a Ilya Sorokin believer. In fact, I'd argue he's probably the best... Like, he should win the Vezina this year, but... There's some cards in here that can do it. It's just... It's gonna take a heck of a pull. Stuart Skinner for the Oilers. Francouz for the Avs. Monahan for the Flames. Pratsov for the Rangers. And Whistle for Chicago. No French there. Honestly, this guy could do it. Dylan Cousins for the Sabres. He's having a heck of a year. His in-tight hand skills are better. Like, that was the one element from his game, I think, that was separating him from either being good or very good. And he got it, so. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Marchand, suit variation. For the Bruins, got his nice little Starbucks cup. For the like middle part of the card, they can't see anything there. Like, it's just like, it's like he's wearing a tie, but there's nothing there. Sorry, that's bad. Turkov for the Blue Jackets. Yandel and Bondra for the Capitals on the retired canvas. Yandel on the Dazzlers. Hagel for Chicago on the Young Guns. Kivaranta for the Stars. The rookie portraits. And Marchment for the Panthers. I got my dad joke in there for the break. Gotta have your one dad joke per break. It's the fee. All right. 1/2 to go, and then Premier. Then we'll see how many spots are left on Skybox. I would say if there's 5 or more, we probably won't stay on for too long. We'll stay on for like a little bit, but that break will kind of just, it'll fill when it fills, for lack of a better phrase. Yeah. It's a pretty good price, and again, like, it's, yeah. The retro canvases are super nice. One of the best, like, subsets, and they're rare enough too where they're like have some value. Obviously not the most value, but Yeah, they're super nice. The mascot canvases sell surprisingly well. Hopefully they don't do them again because I would just water down them so much, but they did really well. Francouz for the Avs on the portraits. McMichael for the Capitals. Victor Soderstrom for the Yotes on the rookie materials. I honestly had a little bit more hype for him than what he turned out to have. Lawrence for the Hurricanes. Somehow got a banner year in SP Game Used. Markstone for Vegas. Cole Smith for the Predators. Kiviranta for the Stars. McNiven for the Habs. Konechny for the Flyers. Yossi against Soft Edge. Common issue with those. Right, here's probably our French. 6, 7, 8. Zamula for the Flyers? Nope, no French. Did we already get it? Or maybe it's just coming later. Nope. De Rosier for the Panthers. On the Young Guns. Did I just miss it? Or did we already get it? I don't think we got it. Was it one of the Young Guns by chance? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Feels like we're missing an entire pack, if I'm being honest. All right. Not there. We didn't get the right amount of Young Guns. None of these say French. I will be going back through all the base, so let me just check everything here. That little corner. It's not a checklist. That's nice at least. Oh, there it is. Chandler Stevenson for Vegas. Did I just put a Young Gun in the wrong pile then? Or did we get... Oh no, it was the Cousins, right. That was it. It's the Cousins. I forgot that we got the Cousins in this box. There we go. So Chandler Stevenson for Vegas on the French. All right. Premiere time. Box 89. Here we go. Got an 09 on the front. Here we go. Let's see if we can top our last premiere box. I would say good luck, because we are actually going to need it. There's something thick, though. All right, as per usual, I'm just going to peek and see what we have here. God, it's such a tease. All right. We'll end there. Oh, that's a tease of a hit, but Lawrence for the Hurricanes to 99 on the Premier rookie patch, or sorry, rookie jersey auto for the Hurricanes. This card's like super nice. It's Olio Levy for the Canucks to 15. Rookie patch auto 15 for the Canucks, and unfortunately it's not the best player. It would be nice if it was Mr. Liljegren for the Leafs on the Paramount rookie jersey. Marchand on the base for the Bruins. Ty Smith on the rookie gold for the Devils to 65. And, well, it's in the patch auto slot for the Minnesota Wild. Ryan Suter to 35. I saw the Wild and I got excited, and then I saw the name and it's like, oh. Still a nice card. Like, nonetheless, still a nice card. You know, not going to be too upset about a vet patch auto. 3-color patch to 35. Can't be too upset about that. All right. Recap time. I mean, let me get the Yolevi sleeved up too, just because it's to 15. It's to 15. It's a quad patch auto. You gotta give that card a little bit of love. Was a top 10 draft pick. All of that. All right, recap time. Let's go Young Guns. Young Gun. Cool stuff. There we go. All right, so Young Guns. Boldy, Raymond, Lundell, Sharangovich, Cousins. Kind of the main ones that we got. Other cool stuff. 2 suit variations. Patrick Kane and Brad Marchand. Gordie Howe canvas. Always like the retired player canvases. We had a Bondra as well. Pedersen population count for the Canucks. A couple other cool notable cards from Premier is a Suitor. Vet patch auto to 35. I don't think that's an update. Yeah, no, that's not an update. And then the Yolevi quad patch auto to 15. Again, just wrong players, but second, I guess, rarest hit, coolest hit of the break. I don't know. Just a cool hit. Heinen for the Ducks. And I mean, hit of the break for the free team. Matty Beniers, clear cut Young Guns. So congrats everyone. Yeah, I'll check in on the spots on group break number 341.